keep me grounded as I reach higher than I see. Is there something there for me? Pulling back the reins, letting...
Hey everyone, it's Skyee here. Welcome back to the channel. So, as you should already know, we are working in Mythical Maidens and Curious Creatures by Hannah Lynn. And we've already done part 1, so this is part 2. If you haven't seen part 1, feel free to go back and check that out. And we are coloring, I believe, how to pronounce her name is Faryn. Didn't realize this yesterday, but I had my paper behind the wrong image. Oh well. So this is what we've got done so far, and I'm super excited to continue. I think we're going to start working on her body, more so the horse's body. And I'm super excited to get this finished. So I think this is going to be one that I just continuously record and color until it's done, and then impatiently wait to show you guys. So with all of that being said, let's dive on in. We'll zoom in a bit here. Okay, definitely gonna need my pencil extender here because my dark umber pencil is just a little bitty. Not super tiny yet. He's not retired, but he's close. It's very close. Okay, so, as you already know, I'm kind of inspired by the red version of Jasmine from Aladdin. So that's kind of what I'm going with here. Of course, Jasmine did not have a horse body, so I kind of have to improvise. And I think, because obviously she's going to have like reds and golds on her, I think I'm going to go with like a sandy brown colored horse. And I think that'll complement the colors very well. I guess we'll find out. Hopefully it does. So, super fitting. Let's just grab our Jasmine pencil and let's just color in the entire horse body here. Just really lightly blocking down some color. Not even sure if the camera's going to pick it up. Probably not necessary, but I kind of like to work backwards and then forwards on areas that I'm uncertain about, and I'm not really sure where the shading and such would be here, so we're just going to kind of wing it. Plus, large spaces scare me, so we might as well take our time, and we've got 5 parts to get this done in, so I think we can spare a little time to be perfectionists here. I use that term very loosely. It's actually better not to be a perfectionist with your coloring, I'm finding. I've loosened up on my OCD quite a bit throughout my coloring journey so far. I'm actually finding imperfect actually looks pretty darn perfect. All right. There's a nice jasmine base for our Jasmine. Okay, and I don't want to go in super dark yet, so let's go in with our chocolate. Kind of skipping a color here, but it's okay. I just want to figure out where our shadows would be. So I think, obviously, we'd have some shadows here because we want these legs to kind of be in behind. So I think I'm just gonna lightly brush in some chocolate here. I'm just using a really light pressure, just kind of popping this in here and roughly blending it out. This will probably be darker colors anyways, but we'll go in with a lighter color to add the shadows to make sure that they look okay before we go in any darker. So maybe like that, and then I kind of want the right side of her body to be in shadows, so kind of everything from the back. And the nice thing is all of our shadows aren't going to be the same color, so these aren't going to blend because this will probably be black here, and then this will be probably more of like the dark brown. I'm going to put some shadow in here. What kind of horse am I thinking of? Hold on here, I gotta look this up. I want to say I'm thinking of a buckskin horse, but don't know know if that's right. Oh yeah, that is what I'm thinking of. Like this guy. So I kind of want to do that. He's so pretty. So we could do that and actually like kind of mimic this guy and leave, I don't know, I can leave some white spots here. Why not? Let's give him a little bit of extra character. I keep saying him. She's a girl, obviously. So let's erase some of that. Okay. But then it comes down all the way here, so let's just kind of color that in. And they're very simplistic pattern-wise, but beautiful creatures. So obviously we're gonna have some shadow here along her belly. A little bit of shadows underneath this little, would this be a necklace or a belt? This wreath thingy, I'll shadow that. I want to maybe see if I can find a reference picture just to see how everybody else colored her and like the shadows and stuff. I find that super helpful. Let's see. So we'll just search Faryn in the Hannah Lynn group and try and find one that kind of fits what we're going for. One where we like the shadows, kind of like this one. Surprisingly, not very many people have actually colored this image, so I don't really have much to go with. So we're going to go with Miss Stephanie's, and I'm not going to show it on camera just because I don't know if she would want me to. It's kind of neat because she did a similar background. Hers are more orange though. It's really pretty. Okay. So let's see here. I think my shadows actually match hers pretty good. So I think we got our shadows in a decent enough place anyways. Maybe add a little bit more shadow here along these little lines that Hannah has drawn in. So I imagine they're there for a reason. Same here. I'm not gonna go too crazy on them, but okay. Let's go in with our black. I was using swatch cards, they're just out of frame, sorry. Okay, so now that we know that that's right, let's go back to our reference picture. So we're gonna come in with the black along her legs here. And let's maybe, see on this horsey it goes like up past here, so let's maybe do that. Why not? I don't know. Just gonna go in really light for now because I'm unsure of everything. So it kind of goes up to there and then kind of fades out. We're gonna go almost solid black in behind this leg because I do need these legs to kind of separate. I don't want them to look like they're kind of melding together. I need this leg to look like it's behind. So just go like that, and then let's come in with our dark umber. So I think what I'm gonna do, so I'm gonna burnish the black with the dark umber, and that's gonna give us a really dark color. Maybe even switch through them a little bit here. Just switch back to the black. let's just finish this leg off with the dark umber. I'm going to bring the dark umber kind of all the way up where we've brought our black, and maybe just bring it out a little bit farther. Just going to kind of flare this out because it's going to be a little bit tricky to fade. So I just want to kind of fade it off a little bit, not evenly, unevenly. That's the word. Yep. Let's pop a little bit of the dark umber in back here. Just a tiny little bit. And I'm going to go over that with the chocolate to kind of, actually maybe even the jasmine or the goldenrod to kind of tone that down. We'll see. Oh, I'm silly. That's technically part of her hair. Okay. I'm liking this already though. So let's go back to the black. I'm going to make it really dark in at the bottom by the cuff here. And then I kind of want to just lighten up the pressure and just bring that up along. I'm going in with a heavier hand with the dark umber here, kind of like a medium pressure. Gradually blending that in and pressing a little bit heavier. Let's go in with the chocolate. Let's see what this does. Just kind of experimenting here. Because I want to burnish it, but I don't want to get it too dark either. So I think the chocolate might be that perfect, that perfect color to kind of burnish this with. That way it doesn't completely match the back leg, but it's still really dark and not as splotchy, although my camera is probably making this look hella splotchy. Because it's such a good camera, which is great and bad. It's a gift and a curse. So we can bring this out a little bit more. Ooh, I really like this. Okay, I am happy with that. I'm so excited. So excited. Okay, let's work on the back legs then. So we've got the white coming up to there, and then it kind of automatically switches to black. Just gonna be a little bit tricky to do. There's going to be no fading these colors into each other, and I'm gonna just kind of make an uneven kind of look to them. Let's see, these tail's kind of in the way, so I can't really tell. Let's try and find a different picture. I guess they kind of come up to around the same area, but I think if I bring them up to there, it's going to look kind of funny because they don't actually come up that high on the horse. So let's maybe bring them up to like about here. And then same here maybe, I don't know. Higher on the ends. Let's come in dark here. And at the back of this leg, and kind of fade that out. And then we'll do the same thing here, a little bit darker on the back of the leg, and then fade it out. Do you want to darken up this part and kind of, I really like this line look here. Since we can't fade it, we'll just kind of bring it out with lines. I might have went a little bit too far down on this side though, but I don't want them to be exactly even, so I think it's okay. And then from there, we'll just start filling in with solid color and bringing it up a little bit. And by solid color, I don't mean burnishing, I just mean I'm not doing any more strokes. I think I'm going to darken up under the leg here just a little bit further. And we'll just continue with those strokes at the top to kind of help fade that out. Switch to our dark umber. Let's burnish the dark bits. Kind of bring in some lines of our own with this one, just a little bit lighter to kind of soften up that fade maybe. I think that might help. You'll notice as I get more confident in this, I'm not going to do quite as many layers. So I'm pretty much just going in fairly heavy-handed with the dark umber for this back leg here. Since this back leg is quite a bit bigger than the front leg though, I am going to kind of fade it off a little bit towards the front, and we'll go in with the chocolate to kind of lighten it up. Still lightly go over it though. Okay, and then same thing here. Let's go over the dark parts with the dark umber. I really wanted to define this muscle here, so I'm going to go in with the dark umber and kind of fade it out and leave just a little bit of a highlight here. Do you want to bring the dark umber just up this way too, on the horse booty? Add a little bit of shadow there. I don't want it to be too dark though, but just enough to shadow. And then, let's see, let's shadow this part with the dark umber too, just a little tiny bit of it here. Okay, I'm liking this. So let's switch to our chocolate. Let's burnish this side of the back leg. Gonna bring our chocolate up a little bit. And we'll burnish the rest of this front leg, front back leg, if that makes sense. Well, we've got our chocolate. Let's come into this shadow here. Kind of bring that up and out a little bit. I'm going to just darken up immediately under these flowers and leaves and such. And then also underneath here. Let's maybe elongate these shapes a little bit here. Add a little more of a hip, or should it come around? I'll do both, why not? I think I like this top one better, so follow that shape. Just gonna kind of give her hip a little bit more of a curve. It's gonna make it look more feminine. And then also adds a little bit of extra interest since we've got just kind of like a huge blank spaces here. So I like to add as much interest as we can. Ooh. Don't mind that. Apparently I got an email. So maybe put this on Do Not Disturb for now. I feel like a drug dealer sometimes. I have like 3 phones. But it's because I'm really good with phones. When I was younger though, I never used to be, but now I literally have my new phone, my phone before that, and my phone before that, and they all work. So I use them for different things. Let's see, I don't know if I want to, I think I kind of want to bring up the chocolate a little bit more maybe, just really lightly. Just not sure how well the goldenrod's going to blend into it, so I want to kind of give it a little bit more space to blend it into. I kind of maybe add just a little bit of it up here too. Okay, I think that's probably good enough. Hopefully we'll go in lightly with these colors. Lightly build this up. I'm trying to decide if I think we need a little bit more chocolate in here to just blend out. Okay, I'm still not happy with this one here though. I want to make a really smooth fade, so I'm just going to work at this until it kind of looks really gradual. That looks a little bit better. Let's maybe add a little bit of this up here too. Make sure to fade this out, although the jasmine is really similar, I still want to make this buckskin look really smooth. Pretty sure Spirit, the horse off of Spirit, was a buckskin too. I absolutely loved that movie as a kid. Okay, I'm going to start to go in a little bit darker in these areas where we've kind of added the chocolate, as well as kind of up along here. And then we'll just lightly fade those out. Go a little bit darker over under her belt necklace thing. Going back to a lighter pressure here because I'm not really sure how far these shadows would come out, where they would be. Maybe let's separate this shadow from this one. I don't know what I'm doing. I'll go a little bit darker in here because obviously we want this dark. And then fade that kind of out a little bit. Just don't like this part here. This doesn't look right. Let's maybe blend it out this way a little bit. Maybe that'll make it look a little bit more like it belongs there. Okay, I like it a little bit better now. Let's go kind of darker in here. Fade it out. This I think we can just completely color in. Go pretty dark here too. And then we'll start lightening up on that and just build up this shadow, I think. Yay. Getting little bits of black in there. It's okay. Let's maybe just continue a slight shadow up along the rump and back here. Okay. Let's go in with our jasmine. I think I might add one more color to this anyways. I think I might add the cream. Let's just see what the jasmine looks like first though. Might not need the cream. So for this spot here anyways, I'm going to go in just fully dark. Blend that in. I don't know if we need the cream, do we? Let's look at my reference picture again. Maybe we should. Yeah, let's grab the cream. All right, I grabbed the cream and grabbed some coffee. We're good to go now. For now though, we'll continue with our jasmine. Just lightly bring this up on the top here and fade it out. We'll leave a little bit of space for the cream maybe. No, let's fully cover this in with the jasmine. So I think basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in over the shadows to kind of help blend them together, because this color is just working beautifully for that. I'm just gonna kind of bring all of the shadows out and kind of fade them out in the direction that they're going, and that should leave us some highlights for the cream. But we'll see. We'll just work with the jasmine for now and then see what it looks like, but that's kind of the plan. Hopefully it'll work out. Keep picking up dark colors on this pencil though, it's making it splotchy. I don't want that. We'll maybe bring this shape down a little bit to kind of meet that one. And we got a little bit of a shine here. Bring this color down a ways. I love how these colors are mixing together. Oh my goodness. It's always nice when something turns out exactly how you pictured it, and so far this is exactly how I wanted it. I just didn't think I'd be able to get it to this point. So I'm going to bring the jasmine down on the bum a little bit here, just so we've got a smaller shape here, or a smaller highlight, and it kind of curves, so it's kind of like a slight banana shape almost. We're going to make sure we fade that out nicely too though. I don't think I want to highlight on the stomach kind of body area here. Don't know what to call that. I'm sure there's a term for it though. Let's sharpen this bad boy up. Blend and add a little bit more now that we've got a sharper pencil. Just going to very lightly go over these highlights still with it. And then let's grab our cream. Again, really pointy point on this one. So let's pencil dust first. And just little circles blending into everything. I'm going to color in the really light shape first and then just start blending into everything. Let's maybe just going to add a little tiny bit of the cream into our colors here. But I think I'm just gonna leave that. I'm not even gonna go in with the white pencil. I'm just gonna leave that as is. I really like that. I hope you guys do too. Okay, so we'll definitely need to keep our black splotchy card out. And I'm gonna grab the other ones for the hair and we'll be right back. Okay. So first, the hooves. Which I'm going to color the same way as the hair. Well, not the same way, but same colors. So I'm going to pop in a little bit of the Mediterranean blue, kind of using a light to medium pressure here. I really want that color in there. We'll come in with our indigo blue. Let's sharpen that up first. So technically with these shadows, I would like to come in on either side to make a shine on the hoof, and then I'd also kind of like to have a shadow on the top of these frilly bits here. I don't know if there's enough space for that. So for now, I'm just going to kind of come in on either side. And we'll kind of see how that looks, and then we'll decide from there. So maybe add just a little tiny shadow. I might be able to do that. Okay. We'll see where this takes us. Let's go in with the black, which this back front hoof here I'm going to make super dark. This one just a little bit. And then this side we can make super dark. Okay. It's not very sunny out today. Hopefully the lighting is all right. Let's come back in with our indigo blue. So I'm going to go over the black. I'll lightly fade that out. And then let's go back in with the black one more time. I'm just going to lightly go over everything, I think. Okay, and then blender pencil, which I need my extender for. So I get my hands to hold it. Might have to grab the lamp. Add a little bit more indigo blue to these. There we go. Let's see if the light will just suffice. At least for me anyways, it's a little bit hard on my eyes to see. Okay. So we got our hoofs done. You know what, let's have a little bit of fun here. Let's add our highlights. So I'm just gonna do kind of like thicker highlights almost than I would normally do, and then just gonna have like two separate little dots, maybe on this one. Have it on the back there. There we go. I like that. Okay. So now we can come up here with our Mediterranean blue, and we're gonna very lightly just pop this in as our base. Probably don't even need to, but that's what we did for her hair, so. This one will be a little bit less fun because we're gonna kind of dodge in around these flowers and stuff. But looks like it might even rain outside.
So you're just gonna art all day?
Okay. Can't remember the steps we did here, but hopefully we can make it work. Okay. Sorry, I had to write a note. Don't really know how high up to bring this blue. I guess we'll just do like really long gradual gradients. And hopefully that'll work. Not really sure what I want to do with these flowers either, color-wise or how to color them, because I might just cheat and use fine liners. Not sure yet. Maybe bring these ones down farther. Okay. That's a good enough start anyways. We can start adding the black in and kind of see how it looks. So maybe make it really pointy. Might make it easier. So we're gonna go really, really dark at the very ends and then fade it out. How far to fade it though, I'm not really sure yet. To decide if it's raining outside or not. I think it's just really windy. know why, but I really enjoy coloring like voluminous hair like this. I feel like it doesn't matter how you color it, it's very easy to make it look good, and that is just so satisfying and very calming. Definitely need to bring the black out a little bit more in some of these areas. Love the blue too, but I want to bring the black out as well. Just lightly. It's more just going to darken up the blue a little bit. Okay. So let's go back in with our blue. We're pretty much burnishing the black for the most part. And then I'm going to lighten up on the blue and just continuously go over to darken it. I don't want to quite burnish it. I want to be able to blend out with the blender pencil. But I also want a lot of blue in there, so I'm going to really coat the texture of the paper with the blue. No, it's raining. just going to quickly switch to black here. I want to bring the black up a little bit more on these two here. Just feel like those highlights are a little too big. So let's come down this way and continue with our indigo blue. I think so far everything else is looking okay. We'll know for sure when we burnish it, but so maybe just add a little bit more blue in some of these areas where there's a little too much white showing through. Otherwise that's going to give us that bluey gray color that we don't want. Okay, I think we're good. So let's burnish. Okay, and already this is not giving me that blue that I want, so we're gonna pop some more blue in here. Just gonna use on a medium pressure, not really burnishing it, just really making that blue stand out. Hopefully that makes a difference. Oh yeah, there it is. So that is what we have so far. I have to say I'm super happy with it. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the process and are as excited to finish the picture as I am. I can't wait to get some other colors in there. I think she's gonna look amazing. So that is it for part 2, and I hope to see you guys in part 3. And as always, hope you're enjoying. Take care. Have a great day. Bye.
One page at a time, I'll show you my true color.